Creating an open world like Grand Theft
Yo,
Auto,
yo, 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 yo.
GTA 6, it's been in development for so long to the point where I don't think they have
We are
anything
ready to
close to
play.
done. But to expect that GTA 7 won't have any AI generated components would be outlandish. Imagine creating a world where instead of having 10 or 15 lines being repeated by, citizens in the world, you could generate 2 to 300 lines of flavor voice dialogue across a city. And look, at the end of the day, even if you have a video game where flavor features, flavor text, text that occasionally pops up like 2-3 minutes out of a 70-hour play session, again, just to add variety in a general sense, is something that I think most publishers are going to be doing. Most developers are going to be toying around with. In that way, I don't think that artificial intelligence is necessarily taking away jobs. I don't think there's any writer in the world that is looking forward to generating like hundreds, if not thousands, of flavor text lines if they could focus their efforts on things that most players are going to see and let the AI kind of handle the other, chunk of a game that, players are going to see here and there in a very tiny way. It's kind of like Photoshop too. Photoshop has a lot of AI tools now, and so for a lot of actual artists, having an artificial intelligence tool that you can just tell, hey, get rid of the background, add some sky, do some of the grunt work for me, that would be great. As somebody that makes YouTube content, I would love if when I'm doing these 32 hour long videos, if I needed to do things like voiceovers, I would love to type a quick line and have a computer generate a voiceover and just slap that into my timeline so I can save some time and over, the course of an edit, save myself several hours. But these are things that I feel could be used to assist developers. The thing about artificial intelligence when designing entire assets,
Yeah, the problem
yes,
is
in a way,
you want to
can
use them
take
for
away
yourself, but
the
you don't want others to
entire
use them.
it
Really
can take
fucked
away
up.
jobs from actual artists, right? And here's my real thing about it too. It's not even just the job aspect. It's the fact that these artificial intelligences are used. The way that they work is they're trained off of data that belongs to artists themselves. Now, I know that people are going to say, what about human beings that get inspired looking at somebody's art? I think there's a bit of a difference.
There is a bit of a difference.
There's a
However,
sentient difference.
some of those human beings would never
interpret
even spend
what
the
they
money
see
to hire one of
differently
these
than
other
each
artists.
other. And when it comes to these, AI generators, these, GANs, these adversarial networks, I feel like a lot of them are literally designed to just one by one copy. Even if I saw the Mona Lisa today, I don't have the skills to replicate that by hand. Artificial intelligence can literally do the copy paste job. The entire skill aspect is completely taken out, and when artificial intelligence is trained off of one artist's style, that artist could be put out of a job if their style is replicated so well that instead of people going to commission them, they just go to the artificial intelligence and build what they want using that person's unique style. Again, I know that there's going to be a lot of debate around this, but I understand that artificial intelligence is already here. Look, at the end of the day, the AI genie in a bottle has already escaped. Gaming companies are going to use them, movie studios are going to use them, writers are going to be using them, and we're at a point where people who argue about this stuff often don't stand up for each other. You got voice actors who are threatened to be replaced by artificial intelligence. I don't see anybody really standing up for them to the same capacity as somebody who works in
Well, what about
the
your
writer's
thumbnail
room,
artist or
right?
your
For like a
video editor?
television show or a movie. And same with artists. There's so much fragmentation in this fight that ultimately AI is going to win, right? And artificial intelligence is technology, and you can't just stop technology. Look, at the end of the day, the tools to use this artificial intelligence is laying on thousands of GitHub repositories that takes anybody minutes to source, download, get running, and basically use right locally on their system. You are never going to get rid of it. You have to learn that AI exists, and maybe we need laws that are designed to help make sure that it properly allows us to credit artists whose information has been trained off of and then basically, if we can, find a way to compensate them for their involvement in AI-generated products. The way that AI art generators learn is through machine learning. It basically is a training algorithm that takes in an enormous set of data and analyzes its relationship between different aspects. An AI art generator is trained on images and on the text that describes those images.
This is your champion.
The training data comes from scraping the web, finding available images that have text associated with them. In some cases, annotations are added afterwards. That means the creators of the images or people depicted in them likely do not know or specifically consent to being included in the analysis. All that happens is AI tools, and this isn't just generators for images, it can literally be things like ChatGPT. In fact, even according to the Electronic Frontier Foundation, who, by the way, supports the Right to Scrape website, has taught people about the NoRobots.txt situation, where in order to prevent these large language models,
Hello, love.
AI, Google Bard, from jumping onto your website and just scraping data, costing you bandwidth, costing you actual money, they can find a way to basically restrict as many sites from accessing it. It's one of the reasons why, in a lot of cases, you've got services like Reddit that have added things like pricing
Catfish,
API.
what
So, for
PLS
instance, if you
says,
use Reddit,
Nicker.
the API is more paid. Same thing with Twitter.
Nicker.
Because there is so much scraping on their services that in order to, financially operate, they have to limit.
It's not the word you're
API
looking
access,
for.
just so that these big AI services can't just scrape all the data they need and then use it to build their chatbots, their big chat GPT. I feel like at the end of the day, when it comes to artificial intelligence, what Asmongold said in his piece, which people hated, a lot of people really did not like what he said, actually holds weight. Look, at the end of the day, the consumer is going to pick a good game. If the good game was built using artificial intelligence unethically, and you really care about ethics to the point where you feel bad using this, then you're going to have to give up a lot of things that you consume. Things like your cell phones, for instance, or your computer equipment in general, which has been resourced and farmed using slave labor around the world, unethically. A lot of these things that we use are sourced unethically. And these video games, with how great AI tools are becoming, how quickly the progress is going, I think games are going to start using them a lot more and more. I just think, going forward, it's not that you can stop progress. I think you should have empathy for the people building these creative products. Look, I care about people's jobs, and I care about artists, I care about people in this industry. And I understand that while this stuff can be used for assistive purposes, like, hey, if you're an artist and you want to use AI to help you come up with a new idea, or maybe to help you do the grunt work for a lot of your pieces, sure. But we demonize human beings for copying, just like artificial intelligence copies too. Artists that
what you were shooting?
get rightfully shit on in the public, just like AI art that is used with training models that are trained off of an actual artist style can be used to basically cut them out of an industry or the market. And it's to no fault of their own. Look, at the end of the day, you can't put the genie in the bottle. It's already out. Pandora's box is open. But we should focus on trying to attribute the artists who have been used unwillingly in this situation, apply proper credit, and if maybe somewhere down the road we can make sure people get some money in their pocket because of their, AI, because of their art style being used unwillingly, that's all great. But we're in a situation where, yes, I'm not going to deny, Asmongold is 100% right that consumers don't care. But the way that these artificial intelligences work, the legality around them is still questionable at best. And with all the lawsuits flying around between many sites like Getty, for instance, I think this whole debate is far from over. But ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think in the comment section below. AI is not going anywhere, but we got to find a way to regulate it the right way. Ladies and gentlemen, this is me, Mutahar, and if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike me to dislike it.
Previously on the 9-month cruise, Anthony found out that people still spread childish rumors way into their adulthood.
The rumor was that I'm in recovery.
Passenger hints that she may be on the cruise with Ross from Monsters Inc.
My kids were in the elevator once. They just walked in and the guy goes, kids.
And cruise boxing is already more entertaining than YouTube boxing after only one day.
It was a 4-person.
That's fine.
Now let's find out what happens on today's episode of the 9-month cruise.
So this is already episode 6 of the 9-month cruise, and we are currently less than 2 months into the journey, which means there's a very high possibility that I'll probably overdo this. I'm gonna release too many, aren't I? There's gonna be more episodes than there is of The Simpsons at this rate. But you lot seem to really enjoy this series, so I'll carry on doing it until you get sick of it, and if you're still not sick of it by the time it gets
Catfish,
to you...
what PLS says, Bro WYD.
Well, let's just wait and see if the intro...
Eating food?
There's a very high chance
Why are you
I might
punching me,
skip this.
bitch?
So we'll wait and see. It's a few months away, but either
Catfish,
way, let's get
what
into this video,
PLS
shall we? Now, we're going to
says,
talk about the
is it
first
good?
part, even though this seems like really small compared to the other stuff we're going to be talking about. But to
Yeah,
me,
that's why I'm eating it.
it's actually quite monumental, because believe it or not, the 9-month cruise has actually reached a destination. Like, they've actually been allowed off the ship without it being cancelled. I couldn't believe my eyes. And since she's unfortunately not going to be mentioned for the rest of this video, here's a little
Catfish,
clip of
what
Aditya
PLS
enjoying chilling.
says, sad face.
Oh my gosh, I love them all. So
We appreciate the content, Aditya, but yeah, we should probably move on to some drama, shouldn't we? So in the last episode, we spoke about how there was a fight on board, and we didn't really know many details other than the fact that there was 4 people involved. But thanks to Santana's new video, we do have new updates.
in this live, he revealed that there were 4 women that were. That's not. He also revealed fighting
The cruise ship gang war, breathing one people out of nowhere. We've now discovered the Peaky Blinders off the sea, and we're only 2 months into this. Like,
I'm
what's
trying to
happening
steal
in
from
8
these,
months?
dealer.
security pulled these women apart.
You thief!
The 3 women look up and realize
You
What?
ugly bitch.
this
Thief.
ain't the person we meant to
You
fight.
Catfish,
can't tell
what
me that
PLS
this ship isn't
says,
scripted. I refuse
no
to
mem
believe
not black.
The 3 women look up and realize, whoops,
And we're only 2 months into this. Like, what's going to happen in the 8th month?
and security pulls these women apart. The 3 women look up and realize, what? This ain't the person we meant to fight.
You can't tell me that this ship isn't scripted. I refuse to believe it. And it does obviously beg the question, what did the original person that they were targeting do wrong? Because the fact that they got the wrong person makes it seem as if this is something that was kind of pre-planned. You know, this is like a beef that's been going on for a while. Now, in all seriousness, from what I've heard, it seems like F1 was okay. It got broke up very, very quickly, right? But it could have been a lot worse. And yeah, they're on a cruise. It's meant to be peaceful. But yeah, realistically, the women should be kicked off the cruise. We haven't heard any update yet, but if they are genuinely going around and trying to jump people, of course they should be kicked off. That should be a no-brainer. But even though we do have passengers that might be getting kicked off, it also seems like we have some passengers who just want to leave in the first place. Because there's a TikTok account called UK Secret Travel who has been covering a lot of this, a lot of videos about the cruise, and seemingly speaks to people on board and they give her private information. Obviously, I can't say that's 100% true because I haven't seen it myself. But she has mentioned a few situations that she was told privately and then like a day later it was made public by certain people. So it seems like it is the case, but either way, take this with a pinch of salt, because she has now uploaded a video saying that her, like, secret spy who's on board has told her that people want to leave.
So, apparently, they've been pretending that they're sick, so their insurance covers all the costs, and we've got a reason to get off the ship and can get their money back.
Oh, is that how it works? Is that possible? I guess, yeah, that would be the point of insurance, I guess. So that is actually pretty genius if that's the case. I might have to note that one down in case I ever end up on there, because I think the lowest amount of days you can pay for currently is like 18 days. Realistically, that's not happening. It would be 2-3 days maximum, and then all of a sudden, I'm ill out of nowhere. That's the plan.
They don't like spending time with 1,500 other people. A good few number of guests are starting to get very annoyed. And that they're complaining to management that they want to leave early, as soon as they can.
I just don't understand why you would ever sign up to something that's 9 months long. Like, there's a very high possibility that you're not going to enjoy it, and now you've signed up for 9 months. Doesn't make any sense. So yeah, it's kind of hard to have any empathy for the people who have now realised that they don't enjoy it and they want to leave and they're trying to get their money back, because it was a bit of a dumb decision in the first place. But now we're going to move up to a more serious situation that happened yesterday on the cruise, and when I saw this, like, on my For You page today, I was like, what the fuck has happened here? Because there's a TikTok account called Ultimate World Cruiser, and it's a couple on the Ultimate World Cruise, and they've just been filming their experience like everybody else on the ship.
Hey everybody, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
We are
somewhere south of the equator for the first time ever, so that's super exciting.
I mean, it just seems like your normal video that we see people uploading on this cruise. I mean, they seem like they aren't used to being on camera, a little bit shy. Well, yesterday they were anything but shy, or at least the bloke was anything but shy, because he decided to go live on TikTok and rant for 10 minutes about some of the most mental takes I've ever heard.
They want you to believe there's only two sides of the coin. They want you to believe there's excuses for everything. They want you to believe you can blame somebody else for all your problems, and they count on you. They count on you believing that you can just point your finger and say, it's not my fault, it's everyone else's fault. It's society's fault that I'm a failure. It's society's fault that I can't succeed. It's society's fault that I got upset. It's society's fault that I couldn't control myself. It's everyone else's fault that I misunderstood. It's everyone else's fault that I had the wrong perspective. It's everyone else's fault that I didn't know the difference. It's everyone else's fault that I got pulled over.
Yeah, so I'll stop him there. What he's talking about is race here. He genuinely decided to go live on TikTok and rant about race. And he's fuming in this live stream. He's really angry. He's very drunk, clearly, as well. And he goes on to, like, rant about how he also has struggled in life and whatnot.
It's everyone else's fault. You think I've never failed? You think I've never gotten a ticket? You think I never got pulled over? You think I've never been dealing with asshole policemen? You think I never dealt with employers that didn't like something about me? You think I ever now dealt with teachers that didn't like my fucking confrontational attitude?
Well, I think it's fair to say that he's gonna have some very awkward interactions on that shit from now on, isn't he? Like, who's gonna want to talk to him after he just went on live and spewed utter nonsense? And even when he gets called out in the chat on his live stream, he starts getting mad at them.
Okay, you're done. Okay, goodbye. Get off the fucking line and go. We didn't ask you to be here, and you don't have to stay. Tell me all about it. Tell me about the color of your skin. Tell me about how you're special and everybody should just bend over for you.
And you can even see his wife in the background, and she just doesn't care. She thinks it's very normal, clearly. And in fact, his wife actually comes out onto the balcony, I assume, that stood on here, and he mentions the fact that they're getting a bunch of hate on the live stream, to which she seems very confused because he doesn't actually tell her the full story of what he's actually been saying. And yeah, it's such a weird video to watch.
Oh yeah, we're so horrible.
We're saying horrible.
How everybody on the line is horrible.
For what? Why are we horrible?
Oh yeah,
He seems very confused because he doesn't actually tell her the full story of what he's actually been saying. And yeah, it's such a weird video to watch.
Oh yeah, we're so horrible.
We're saying horrible.
How everybody on the line is saying we're horrible.
For what? Why are we horrible?
Because we don't like Whoopi Goldberg, I guess.
Fuck that.
I mean, I'm assuming that she couldn't hear what he was saying in the live stream. I assume, like, the door was shut because there's no way she would have to ask that question. And if that is the case, he's just avoided telling her the whole story. But what's even more mental than this is that the next day you would think he would upload a video maybe apologising and addressing it. But he doesn't do that. In fact, he just goes live again and starts, like, singing songs.
And that's the whole thing. Can I get some lights for that?
Well, yeah, I think it's fair to say that I found my least favourite person on the cruise. Now, one person on the cruise who did address this himself is Anthony Antron, who was someone that we spoke about a big video, people were making rumours about him, saying that he was recovering from alcohol addiction, which wasn't true. And in fact, the bloke who did the live stream was actually uploaded a video with Anthony previously.
Everybody heard Anthony Antron. Anthony Antron. They became the ultimate world.
Yeah, it's a much more friendly interaction than I can imagine any more interactions they have will be. But either way, this is Anthony's video.
When others tried to tell you how black people get treated on this ship, and some of y'all didn't even want to believe it. And then, when others...
Do you think Japanese twigs will be into me?
Get ready. Today's not gonna be easy.
He was already like iffy on the trip, and ever since I told him that, he's literally been like looking up ways of refunding his ticket.
Introduce these amateurs to the professionals.
He thought he was gonna have a bunch of like Japanese twigs. Like, oh, you're so muscly and American, like all. And I told him, shake it. Okay. Look at this guy. He's all
I'm the jump master.
Their twigs just like globally, but we don't decide. We don't see. culture. Well, regardless.
Tried to tell you how black people get treated on this shit, and some of y'all didn't even want to believe it. And then the true colors come out.
Right, so I assume the video that he's addressing, or at least one of the videos that he's addressing, this is the one I've seen.
We probably ain't making it all the way there.
I think we spoke about in the very first episode of this. And she actually uploaded a video saying, like, if anyone else asks me if I work on the ship and just assumes that I couldn't afford to be on this ship, then I'm gonna lose my mind. Which is obviously mental, to just assume that someone couldn't afford to be on here, so they must be staff. It's horrible.
We gotta sit next to you in the hall, watching the show, entertainment. We gotta sit next to you at lunch, or land on an excursion with you. Think about how that feels. It's only a few of us black people. Really cute.
Yeah, like I said, there's going to be some very interactions on that ship now. Like, people who were his friend beforehand, probably going to feel a little bit different about him now.
When I'm walking down the hall, and you and your wife say, hey, at 10 in the morning, which is very different than what it is at 10 p.m.
Yeah, so Anthony mentions a lot in this that many people on the ship just can't handle their alcohol. And obviously, there's an unlimited amount of alcohol on the ship. There's not really much more to do, especially when you're traveling between destinations, other than drink, and you can see certain people's characters just falling apart. And I think that's going to be the main reason why there are so many bits of, like, you can't really say drama in this case, right? Because this is just more serious than just some YouTube, TikTok drama. Sure. There is going to be many more different situations that involve alcohol, because they have nothing better to do with this drink. And yeah, it's going to end in a bit of a disaster, it feels like. I mean, that's the problem, right? If something like this happens, you can't just avoid these people. I mean, you can to a certain extent, but you're stuck at a ship with them. And again, they're only 2 months in. It's just barely started. But yeah, either way, I'm going to leave the video there. I would love to know your opinions on everything that we spoke about in today's video. If you are new here, please subscribe. We'll probably have another episode out very shortly, realistically. And until the next one, I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, goodbye.
AMD just did the impossible, and Intel's making big moves in the GPU space. Let's talk about it. Before that, this video is brought to you by VIPCDKdeals.com. CDK Deals is a website dedicated to getting you the best prices on games and software, and right now you can get a Windows 10 Pro OEM key for an insanely low price. Just find the best price and apply my special discount code GPC20 for an additional 30% off. You can also check out security with PayPal, and once the payment is cleared, you should get access to the code both in your account as well as in your email. In order to activate the new copy of Windows 10, just search Activate under Windows and type in your key. So if you want to learn more, be sure to click the link in the description below. Okay, so a bunch of new GPUs just launched, both from NVIDIA as well as, I guess, one from AMD, and while these new GPUs are exciting, as they are actually probably the first decent GPUs to launch, other than the fact that I do still feel like some of them are definitely a little bit too high when it comes to the price. Well, besides that, guys, actually there's been a ton of moves happening in the software side as well. In fact, NVIDIA's definitely been pioneering a ton of new technologies such as DLSS and frame generation and RTX, all that good stuff, but AMD just clapped back today, guys, because would you believe it, they actually pulled off what I thought would be impossible. They did the thing that nobody thought they could do. They beat NVIDIA to the punch and brought out frame generation essentially for every single game that I think most people would be playing, as this does include all DirectX 11 and DirectX 12 titles. Now, this new feature just went live in their latest driver, so if you haven't updated your drivers and you have an AMD GPU, I definitely would go ahead and give it a check, as it's actually surprisingly a lot better than I was originally expecting. Now, a little while ago, I did take a look at this feature when it was kind of in its beta form, but it's definitely been getting improved upon, and today all the major bugs with it have basically been ironed out. Not only can it be used with adaptive sync, but also HDR works at the same time as well, an issue that I had in the past. What this technology allows you to do is, well, when it's set up correctly, it's going to take a little bit of setup, but if you do that correctly, it is actually going to essentially double your frame rate in all of your games, which is absolutely insane. Now, of course, it's not going to be a perfect technology, and something like FSR3 or even DLSS, I believe we're calling it 3, but let's just call it frame generation, is definitely going to be a better option when it's implemented in a per game basis, as it's just going to have a lot more data to give you a more accurate image. But overall, I do feel like, especially in slower paced games, this can actually work quite well. Now, I did test it in something like Apex Legends, and I did find that it was maybe a little bit too fast-paced of a game, as not only could it sometimes not quite keep up, but at the same time, it also introduces a little bit of latency as well. So again, not a perfect technology, and it does seem like you actually do have to set an in-game frame rate limiter to basically like half of your FreeSync range, which do remember you have to even set it a little bit lower than that to make sure that it doesn't accidentally dip above your FreeSync range, meaning instead of setting 72 FPS for 144 hertz monitor, you'll probably want to, at the very maximum, set 69 FPS for that game, which then will be doubled into 138 FPS. And actually, I found with AMD GPUs, I do need to do a little bit more research into this, but without using VSync in conjunction with FreeSync, I know it's getting a little bit complicated. You actually need to set it to a maximum of 126 FPS for a 144 hertz monitor. So it gets a little bit complicated when it comes to getting FreeSync working correctly with this new technology. But if you set it up right, it does actually make a big improvement when it comes to the motion clarity. So really interesting stuff to see there. I'd love to see how this continues to improve as AMD continues to work on it, as I do think there are a lot of more simpler looking games, a little bit slower, that can definitely benefit from this technology. But now let's go ahead and talk about Intel, because yes, they brought out yet another update to their Intel Arc GPUs, which has massively increased their performance. And guys, at this rate, I wouldn't be surprised if in not too long, the Arc A770 ends up being as powerful as the RTX 4060 Ti, because we're talking about gains, I think we saw nearly 300% gains in a single title. Don't quote me on that, but I was definitely seeing some crazy numbers being thrown around. And if we take a look at this videocards.com article, let me highlight a few of the games that were brought out with this latest driver, because it is pretty wild. So according to VideoCards, there's a ton of them listed here. I'll have them linked in the description below, but a few notable ones would be Apex Legends, up to 26% average FPS uplift at 1080p with ultra settings. That is a huge gain in a pretty modern title. Then we do also have stuff like Just Cause 3 and DirectX 11 got a 160% average FPS uplift at 1080p with very high settings. And on Just Cause 4, 268% uplift at 1080p. And then one more notable one here would be actually a game for Base Engineers with up to 69% average FPS uplift at 1080p with the extreme settings. And again, there's a ton more examples there, and I think I saw somebody mention that like across the board it was like a 40% uplift for this card. So if these driver updates continue to bring massive performance uplifts like this, yeah, with time, I do suspect the Arc A770 with its insane memory bandwidth and 16 gigabytes of VRAM to really start to outpace its competitors from both AMD as well as NVIDIA. But maybe that's just what I think. Do you think that the Arc A770 will one day catch the RTX 4060 Ti, or am I having delusions of grandeur? Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments below, and of course, I'll see you in the next video. If you made it to the end of the video, be sure to drop a like. Every time you do so, AMD and NVIDIA release new GPUs. Also, if you want to see more, check out one of these related videos. You won't be disappointed.
Anyone who knows me and my long-term boyfriend know that we meet a lot of our friends online these days.
We have made a ton of friends in the Disney community, a majority of which we have met on Swingers Upon Main.
This is for swingers by swingers. Swingers that love Disney. We don't just trade pins at Magic Kingdom. We trade hearts.
You can download the app Swing Upon Main today, and maybe we'll see you there.
Introducing a new dating site for Disney adults and those who identify as swingers. It's known as Swingers Upon Main, the dating app for swingers by swingers that love Disney. Because sometimes Mickey wants to take Disney for a spin. And if you couldn't tell, this was a parody. It's not real. Okay, thank God this is not a real thing.
No, at the beginning I could not tell. I'm just because I'm not. You think that it can happen?
No, it definitely. If you thought of it, someone's probably already done it.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I mean, when I first saw the story, I thought, duck around and find out.
Oh my God, please don't. And if you, God bless, but don't tell us about it. We don't need to know.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Yeah. Okay. So the duo who put that parody together are Brent Gibbs and Ash Gill, also known online as Twink and a Redhead. That video went viral online and has been widely misinterpreted as real. So again, it's parody, it's not real. And it was based on two different conversations that are currently taking place in the country. One has to do with polyamory, which, by the way, polyamory and swinging are actually two different things. But someone wrote a book on polyamory, and now everyone in the media is like writing pieces and talking about it. And then there's the eternal hatred of the Disney adults that also inspired this parody. Disney adults who range widely in age, sex, and racial background, but are primarily represented in the public imagination by white millennial women, have garnered intense, you know, they've been getting a lot of backlash online, a lot of people making fun of them, with many viewing them as cringe consumerists trapped in a state of perpetual adolescence. Look, I actually think people are a little too hard on the Disney adult. I get the appeal of going to Disneyland or Disney World as an adult with your adult friends or an adult partner, no kids, you go with kids, and it's like the most torturous experience you could ever imagine. Because it's nostalgia, right? You remember what it's like to be a kid again, just for that brief moment in time. But some people do go a little too far with it. So I get why some people criticize them. And while Grant and Ash's video is in fact a parody, it's actually based off a real dating site for Disney adults. Let's watch.
My husband and I met online, just like a lot of people do nowadays, but our story is a little different. It all started on the site Meet Upon Maine.
And here's the adorable. She was Disney bounding as Ariel in her profile pic, and I was Harry.
A match made in heaven, or at least the Magic Kingdom, which is the same thing to us.
And guess what? We still use Meet Upon Maine to make friends with other Disney nerds just like us.
In fact, tomorrow, we're meeting up in person with our new Star Wars friends at Batuu.
And it all started with our shared love for Disney. So make your profile at meetuponmaine.com today.
You never know who you'll meet.
No, thank you. But Jenny,
wait, are they just like, I'm being a little dense here? Are they ducking around too?
No, they're still using the dating app to meet new friends.
Friends.
Just friends.
Is it with
I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're sticking it in. I don't care.
Okay.
Like, look, there's someone for everyone out there.
Main vein? No, okay. So, anyways, look, I'm not a Disney person. So in either direction. Like some people hate it, I guess, or whatever. It just makes me controls the universe. Yeah, I don't love it. I don't hate it. I like plenty of the programming. I like it and revolve around it. No, I mean like in terms of the overall Disney, right? Like I'm super into Marvel because of my kids, etc. I don't like crowds, Disneyland. But my point is overall, who cares what I'm into? It's whatever you're into, right? So if they like it, and even if they have sex with goofy outfits on, like literally, right? I don't care.
There's no evidence that they do that.
There's some evidence, but anyways, hashtag America.
True.
Right? So the people that get upset about it, I think, are more bizarre than the people who do it. Like, if somebody wants to get dressed up in Daisy Duck and Donald Duck and go to town, right? Like, why would it be my business?
It's not, and that's my main point. It's not our business.
Yeah.
But I feel like everyone, like, look, in the era of social media, people love to overshare.
Mm-hmm.
So they kind of...
Yeah, I hear you.
And so I don't want to be judgmental, and I'm not being judgmental. They can do whatever they want. It's just not for me. It's for other people, right?
Yeah.
The whole thing about, like, profile pic dressed as Ariel, and I don't forget what he said he was dressed as. It's like...
Yeah.
You know, I get the need for nostalgia, wanting to feel like a kid again. It's escapism, right?
Yeah.
Don't let it take over too much of your life. That's the only thing, because then it can become, you know, it could
I thought you
be.
were like some of the characters are dressed up as Ariel. Is that an issue since she's younger? I don't know. The dwarves present a different problem.
Prince Eric can get it. Like, let's all acknowledge that Prince Eric can get it. Tall, dark, handsome, super hot.
Okay,
but
I just realized the one they're most into. But anyway, go ahead.
Which one?
I mean, if they're gonna get into the sex thing, they're gonna get into the Beauty and the Beast, because the Beast is, you know, that's gonna be a thing. It's gonna be a thing. You know it.
So Meet Upon Main, which was the inspiration for the parody video that Grant and Ash put together, launched in the fall of 2022, and they boast the slogan, "Find Your Magical Match." In an interview with Rolling Stone, the co-creators said that they initially intended for it to be a dating app targeted at members of the Disney, Star Wars, and Marvel fandoms, but it has since evolved into a general networking platform for those looking to befriend fellow theme park aficionados.
Well, look here. I was just thinking, okay, yeah, but what am I into, right? So when I was a kid, I loved Star Trek. So if you said to me, hey, you want to date someone who also loves Star Trek, I'd be like, no, I don't care at all. On the other hand, now that I'm a grown-up, hold on.
Okay, all right, I'm listening.
And if somebody said, hey, they're into Succession and Fargo and all the different shows you're into, are you interested in them? I'm like, I kind of am. Because that means we're more like-minded, right? And we probably get along better, and we probably could have better conversations. We could enjoy the same things together. When you look at it that way, it begins to make sense.
Sure, yeah. I mean, look, it's like-minded individuals looking for either friendship or love with people who have similar interests. The Disney adult thing, a little obsessive, but whatever. Just do you and don't let it overtake your life. That's it.
Fair. And Little Mermaid, gonna be problematic, but you'll figure it.
If you enjoyed this video, that's because of our members. They make us independent, they make us strong, and they make us honest. Become a member today by hitting the join button below.
Hello everyone, this is your Daily Dose of Internet. The police were raiding his home, so this guy asked to help out.
I need some help.
I think it might be a little icy outside.
Enemy spotted. Enemy spotted. Hostile spotted.
I saw a couple videos on social media about ice cream that you can get at Walmart that for some reason doesn't melt. So I decided to try it out myself and do an experiment to see if it was true. I used an hourglass timer and recorded a time lapse of the ice cream sitting at room temperature. As you can see, after an hour, it pretty much looks exactly the same.
Listen up, I'm calling a lifeline package. Nearby, 1 minute till close.
Shield swap here for you.
In case you're wondering, this is what happens when I'm in earthquake for a minute or so.
45 seconds, rings just up ahead.
As soon as it stops, they get right back to work.
Flat into registration, please. Ma'am, can you step out of the vehicle? Have you been drinking?
I'm from a musician that can play instruments by blowing air into his ears. These divers found a giant manta ray. This little guy was so excited to show off the mess that he made. Because if you pet a rat, they will wag their tail like a dog. This is what a pilot sees when they're flying at night. That is the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Later.
Pegged? What?
Okay.
What does it mean for a man to peg? They can't even wear a thing. I don't... Whatever. They can? You could? I guess, but like, why? Never mind. I'm sorry for asking. I regret asking. Never mind. Forget I said anything.
If you got a parent telling you you can't do it, kill them. If you got a spouse who doesn't see your potential, poison their food. If you have a child that's taking up all your time to get to the gym, put them in their baby seat incorrectly and get into a branch. It's gonna stop you.
Well, alright then. Okay. I know a lot of people hate when people laugh at their own jokes, but I fucking love it. They just like can't contain it. Hassan, Abby.
Are you watching? This one's for you, but only if I win.
Aww.
All good with me.
He's so fucking fluffy. I like how of all of the Hassan clips, they pick one where he's not talking. Was that for any particular reason? Oh man. Ah, God, this is another hard one. Why'd they have to put 5? Now it's even harder. I'm gonna vote Will. I think that a lot of people didn't expect Will to get nominated for this, but like, I feel like it makes sense. You'd be doing the commentary and you do be watching the videos and shit. That's variety streamer. Variety content across multiple platforms. Queso, XQC, Sea-Dog, Ludwig, and Boozy.
Close door. Strategy-wise, this is a good spot. Oh, I can.
Done that for hours.
Does this mouse just always hang open like that?
Yeah. Don't take that. Oh my Lord.
Oh no.
First blood. Good thing it's not us.
Juicy.
Round 1. Beginning ring countdown.
We're already inside the next ring. Good strategizing.
Simple Joy. He's so proud. Sea-Dog VA. He did a lot of shit this year.
Alright, you got to do a jump now, man.
G7 Scout here.
Okay, got it. Ready to go sit together. You guys ready?
Holy shit, what a good boy!
There is a new kill leader.
Rethinking our strategy. How about moving?
I love dolphins,
kill
even
leader.
if they
Eyes out.
do terrible things. And are evil creatures.
I'm so. I just got done. Alright, you got to go jump now.
So cute! Oh my gosh.
We're already inside the next ring.
Ludwig?
Good strategizing.
Champion eliminated.
And so ends the champion reign.
He just wanted to call and tell me I'm the fucking GOAT, baby! Nobody on my level! God gamer! And look! 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 Nobody there! Nobody there! No, just me! Just me! I didn't cheat!
Attention.
I'm a gamer!
Care
I
package.
swear! Stop calling me
You hear
cheater
that?
now, please!
There's a care
Play this
package
game, I
coming
heard
down.
it's good. Nah. Wait, why is he saying that? Did he get accused of cheating? Or was there some Jump King cheater? He cheats a lot. Oh no. He cheated in Pokemon? Oh no. Oh no. Who's he? Oh god. Who's cuts?
I think there's enemy activity. Fancy a stroll this way.
Oh. Damn, it's so bad, Yuri.
hear your hairdresser scream. Yeah, he's gotta go bald now. I think we should go there. He's gotta go bald.
Hopefully,
Oh man. What was she doing here with the sideburns? Oh my goodness. I've never watched Queso before. I don't get the Sea Dog for mine. I feel like Sea Dog did a ton of different stuff this year. Lots of variety.
Mastiff shotgun here.
The Sapphire Award, Best Female / Marginalized Gender Streamer of the Year. Wow, I'm there, guys. Extremely. A classic.
Hey, chat. I'm a plant. Here's your birthday present.
He's a plant. Lydia Violet. I don't think I've watched her.
And there's an evac tower here.
What the fuck? Holy shit!
I try and find the little port that I need, and I'm like, oh, this is a port. And then I spend like 10 minutes unwinding all of them.
Mm-hmm. That's insane.
Chat. I have cut some wires. Some wires in here have been cut, so I can get some other wires out, so there are some like loose cut ends. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys.
Dude, just throw the whole thing away! Fuck it! Over!
I'm never gonna...
Seriously, a war in the moment.
Okay, maybe not all of you guys, but I reckon 50% of you have this. My parents had this.
Parents have what?
About today?
Okay, then we do this, and I'm gonna.
Big fucking dog, holy shit! Look at that thing! Holy shit!
I dropped that. Okay, never mind.
That's a big fucking dog! Like, that's the same dog from the Sans clip? How spaced apart are those clips? Like, 4 months? There's no fucking way. Oh my god, I thought it was gonna be like a year at least. That's insane. Holy fuck.
Where? Shut up. Where are the items?
I think another
Ray
team
is
moved
just
through
small and Hassan is just big. Yeah, that's why. Holy big fucking dog.
Oh shit. Maybe I go main actually.
Firing! Right there! Taking shots here.
I say there's an item.
Broke their shield.
There's an item.
Reloading. Reloading. Enemy down. Enemy close.
The dog Oh, time to see what dog shit clip they
Wanna
picked
see
for
my
me.
singularity?
And the wall, and then for like 30 seconds, and in those 30 seconds, people will join who don't know what's going on. I'm invisible, guys. Swear. Yep.
Okay, we get back here.
The dog just lets her do whoever she wants to. Time to see what dog shit clip they picked for me. And face the wall and then do nothing for like 30 seconds. And in those 30 seconds, people will join who don't know what's going on.
No worries, mate.
Be like, wait, where is she? I'm invisible, guys. Where am I? I'm waiting for the new people to join. Just stupid fucking clip and Miss Fan.
It's blowing up my skirt. It feels delightful.
Oh my god, this clip! No! Not this clip!
Just flapping away.
God, this clip! No! Not this clip!
Just flapping away.
No! No!
Maybe you should just get the car fixed. I don't think you don't want it. Bro.
It's blowing up my skirt. Oh my god. Okay, so obviously I'm not gonna vote for myself on this one. But I mean, if you guys want to vote for me, that would be nice. But fuck. Do it. I voted for myself on it. Like, I don't even feel like I don't know. Do it. I'm gonna feel like such a jackass though. Do it. Everyone else is gonna vote for themselves. But what if I don't think I should? I don't know. I mean, it's only one vote. It's not gonna change anything, right? Whatever. Fine. Guys, I voted for myself for my own category. Yeah, I'm a piece of shit. Ego streamer. Piece of shit. Chat was like, oh my god, do it, just vote for yourself. And as soon as I did it, it was like, you fucking piece of shit, I knew it. Yeah, they were waiting to flip the switch. League of their own. This streamer is a pioneer that creates one-of-a-kind content. With their creativity and out-of-the-box thinking, they're a trailblazer in the streaming industry. Someone who relies on themselves for their content ideas and is genuinely in a league of their own. Extremity. Is it test time? Oh my god. You know what's crazy is like, so she had like 4 nominations, right? And I feel like there's like 5 to 10 more like super fucking good clips they could have picked out from last year. Put it back in. 3? Oh, I thought it was 4. I'm scared.
Good idea.
Emily the goat.
Yeah.
Test time.
Alright, let's do this. Ready?
Wait, but you're gonna put it back, right?
Wait, do you want to spot her just in case, and we move
Wait,
the
this
chair?
is it? We're done?
Yeah, here.
Oh god.
You spot her.
A wall of fun.
Thank you. Okay, try.
Wake should have got the nomination the number of times he's in this clip. True, Wake was in a lot of these clips. Last game day, this one. I don't know if there are other ones. I think what a homie Wake.
Alright, should we do like a little bit more support though? We don't know how long it's gonna hold.
That thing's not going fucking. Yeah, that's not moving.
Good work.
Is she cozy?
Good work.
I completely forgot about that stream. My brother, Big Boss Bo, she does true crime stuff, I think, on Twitch and YouTube.
Moxie, you don't feel any pain?
Nope. Think if I ask my US nicely, I'll get merch out of this game? You know, if you don't die in this thing, you live.
Uh-oh.
How's that for a bit of encouragement?
She's having intrusive thoughts. It went,
Let's get the job done.
He's not fucking amused. What the fuck?
Introducing your champion.
Get ready. I'm coming.
He's not fucking amused. What the fuck?
For now.
What is this thing? I kinda like it. Oh no! I was talking earlier about AI robots replacing human interaction.
Enemies drop down near me. I cracked an enemy's shield. Some blonkers shooting at me. I'm to cover for you, mate. And crap, I'm down. There's an enemy. Another squad coming in. I'm down.
I will not be going to that. Oh, fuck.
Round 1. Beginning ring countdown.
gathering.
Attention, there is a new kill leader.
Moxie, you don't feel any pain?
Nope, I don't.
Moxie, can you do a spin?
That gives me an idea for an activity to do together.
What?
Oh, it's the heart song.
No. No. Go to sleep, Moxie.
Yep.
Anyway.
Alright, I found that motherfucker. Found you, little bitch.
Action, and I'm like, I want one of these things. Dude, imagine if you could get one of these, like, for your cat or something, like, you strap it to your cat and, like, the AI, like, communicates for your cat. I don't know. I'm really attached to my cat. I'm sorry. What? I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, imagine you can make your cat say, like, feed me, you fucking freak. Feed me, human. I don't know. Cardboard cowboy.
Have you ever seen a grown wizard naked?
Hey, but I've seen a naked wizard grown, if you know what I mean. Yep, sorry. Yep, sorry.
Was he doing some RP shit? It is. Cool. Hit. I don't think I've heard of it before. Holy fuck, he's speeding! 65, 66, 67 kilometers an hour? Oh my god!
¿Ese señor
He's
qué?
fucking racing.
Ese señor se echó una cancha casi completa. Él y un chalán.
He's just,
Ah,
is that
bueno.
Hola.
O sea,
I
sí.
honestly have no idea. I'm
Oh, what
American.
the fuck.
It is.
Hola, mi amigos.
It's 42. What? 30 miles? A bit over 40 miles an hour? Okay. That's still really
Continuando la plática. Y ya sí tenía bastantes trabajadores,
like
güey.
really fucking scary. I
Y
get
luego,
scared rolling down hills on
mis
bikes.
amigos fueron
I'm
los
going
que
to
me
vote
tiraron
for it
paro a
on
mí allá
Mississippi again.
para
I'll support
descargar.
her for
Entonces tenía sus
A
trabajadores,
gamer
mi
of the
papá,
year.
9 o
Streamer who
no sé
has
cuántos
extraordinary
trabajadores,
gaming
12.
abilities and performed
Y
exceptionally
aparte
at a variety
llegaron
of games
6
over the
amigos
past year,
míos.
no matter what this was, you just have to watch.
Llegó más
Number
banda
one,
entonces.
Shroud.
Sí, güey, te digo que
Ya
fue-
mejor hubieran echado reta.
De hecho, el amigo que nos ayudó con la camioneta, mi jefe
Is it mouse in his
le
hand?
dijo
Lo
que
retó.
cuando
Oh, it's
quisiera,
just wings, wings, bloody
le
wings with
dio,
using it.
le va a dar horas de cancha gratis. ese
Was
güey.
that an accident? I can't
Hay que
tell.
todo dar. Ey, ahí
Sí,
hicieras
güey,
tu
también es
cumple
muy
y te caigo y echamos reta.
Have to watch.
¿Quiere?
Number one, Shroud.
Jalo,
Simón,
A CSGO.
¿cuánto tiempo es comité?
de aquí son 4 horas, pero de lo demás no te preocupes, solo chécalo de tu
Is his mouse
pasaje.
in his hand?
En mi casa está muy cómoda, güey. Ah,
Simón, y
te
ahí
la vas
vamos.
Was
a pasar
that
rico.
an accident? I can't
Y
tell.
me enseñas tus
You're like
borregos,
here against
todo.
the position and you just
A huevo.
what the
Mis
fuck?
borregas. Coño, no hay nada, Emi.
Sí, pues no hay ni más.
I have to watch it again, I'm sorry.
Para que me da una Eva, si no
That
me
is
la van a
the,
dar
I'm
con
sorry, that is the craziest FPS clip I've ever
Oye,
seen.
gente,
I got multiple over there.
I don't think anything I've
Okay,
seen
okay.
is fucking crazier than that. You have the no scope.
Tipo,
Dude,
¿qué dijo ese salado?
Nobody does it. Oh my god, that's crazy.
por aquí,
Clicks.
over there. Creo que sí. Ya.
Oh, oh, oh.
like, how are you so fast?
I don't know.
Jeff, do it. Just fucking do it. I mean, Jeff, fuck it.
Algo así le entendía.
Llevo de energía.
It's everywhere, chat.
Si pueden. Oh, no, no, no. Equipado para la guerra.
Duro personal.
Got an extended sniper mag here.
Get fucking rolled.
Creo que hay.
Oh my god.
Usted ya lo va a llevar. Ah, no.
¿Dónde coño
¿Tú lo
está?
Oh my
aventaste?
god.
No, la aventé la ventana. Pero acuérdate que hay gente. No lo
Creo que
vi.
es un cripto.
Están aquí conmigo.
Voy, sí.
I'll be straight. What the fuck you do?
Aguanta.
Estaría
4
el-
segundos. 4 segundos.
It's talking shit.
No, se fueron.
Oh my god.
Voy a moverme.
Ya, ya están creando.
Oh my god.
Danger close. Throwing a frag. Arcstar out.
¿Por HP?
Taking damage. Reloading.
Aguanta.
Recharging
I'll be
Estamos
straight.
aquí a
What
uno.
do you do?
Sigo aquí, sigo aquí.
Dale, dale.
Escaneo.
Ya le llevo al otro lado.
Oh no, she's like.
Ahí hay una ahí arriba.
Puta madre. Ya me vio. Me voló de aquí. Voy contigo, voy contigo.
¿Crack one?
Reloading.
El fuse.
Taking fire.
No, con
Tango down.
Scrap. Abajo uno.
Retract? Oh my god. Eric.
Ya solo queda uno.
Ok.
Bien.
Oh my.
¿Dónde está? Voy al otro lado.
Sí, y yo me dio de este.
Ah, me pegó.
Se metió.
No, espera,
Oh, wow.
What's pink?
Where did I come from? I don't know how I did that.
Hijo de
I
perro.
don't know. Meanwhile, Proud's
Lo va a
like,
revivir al
oh
maldito.
shit, I just killed the whole team.
Ahí viene, creo.
Jinxie.
Ya.
And Kitty thinks he's following.
What?
A
He's
huevo.
tilting his head with the peaks.
Qué manera de cagotear.
Oh, yeah.
Sí.
So mods are telling
The
you.
lifeline to use your ability. I
Oh
need some
god.
help.
Fuck. This one's
Ahí
hard.
había un escudo azul.
I mean, this one is variety
me
of
lo
games, and Shroud plays
Pinche
really
lifeline.
fucking everything, even not FPS games. I'll pick Shroud for the
No,
variety
pues
of
ocupo vida,
games.
primo.
Oh shit, last one.
Y es
Streamer
que
of the year.
no la quiero poner a
Overall
chambear,
streamers
pero
past year, they saw great
déjame
success with
crecer.
their entertaining content,
Y
elevated
es
their
mujer.
brand, and in general, left their mark on viewers. Now,
A la verga. Funado.
Sí, güey.
oh, yeah.
Ahí está.
It's insane.
Vientos, vientos.
Yo voy muy bien, cara.
Oh. So
No,
fucking
yo al
crazy.
chile no. Voy con pura escopeta.
Oh.
Y
Vente, vamos a jugar.
un R45. Me mama esa arma, güey.
Sí, está muy buena.
Her model like fucking died or something.
¿No
It's
te
like,
sale paso?
wacky? Oh.
First multilingual Minecraft server that utilizes real-time
No ha llegado
translation, and it is
USMD was
la
fucking.
garrafita.
Oh my god.
Qué bueno.
Great minds think alike or something.
Las de energía te las vas a llevar vos,
Hey
¿verdad?
everyone, my name is
There
No,
was
no,
just
no.
a lot of like
Yo llevo
weirdly,
30-30 y
passive aggressive
R-
stuff going on with
R300.
the server. I remember when
My
I
entire
started.
life I grew up in Mexico, where I spoke Spanish, and my life was heavily influenced by Latin American culture. And as I grew up, I started making content in English because I was so enthralled by the language and the different cultures of the people who spoke it. Because of this, I'm fluently bilingual. I speak English and Spanish.
Pinche chango, me lo voy a llevar.
One of my biggest goals in my career has been to unify my communities from all around the world despite the language barriers. However, breaking language barriers is exactly what we're doing in the first ever multilingual Minecraft server to
Cool idea. Yeah, basically, so people from all over the world can find the server, and they have a thing that automatically translates
Sí,
what they
pues.
say, no matter what language you're speaking. It's very cool.
Pero el verbo te dice por dónde hay.
Estamos cerca, No se fue muy lejos, pero...
Vamos a la zona mejor.
Ey, me tiró una granada.
El pana.
Pana, ¿por qué?
Okay, so.
Here's your birthday present.
Vamos a la zona. Ay, se pidieron. Pidieron tortas.
No he visto,
¿Trae
no
algo
he
chido?
visto. Un escudo... No, yo se lo peino.
Actually?
Rings nearby, 1 minute till close.
Los tenemos en la espalda, no muy lejos.
Yeah, no way, actually, right? What the fuck? Ankai Sanat.
45 seconds. Ring ain't far.
My king!
Yeah!
Don Periño Lady Gaga. A ver. Así soy yo y no cambiaré.
30 seconds. Rings close.
Nosotros somos la ley en la cancha quemando Meridian. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo ves?
Oh man, streamer of the past year, I really feel like of all these, it was probably Kai. Like, I don't really watch Kai, but I feel like he did the most and we talked about the most. It was like the rest of the year. Like, some of these are like more like at the end or certain parts of the year, I would say. I don't really.
Te invitas.
I think
No,
Kai
te
like
invito
over
a tomar.
the course of the whole year, it was probably
Algo
him.
así.
Yeah, Queso and Jinx did blow up, but this is like overall of the past year. Yeah. Alright.
Oh,
I've done it
wow.
all. I went through all of them.
An extra share or whatever.
Nice.
I just kind of grabbed it.
You only get glasses.
That you're supposed to drink from the can.
Oh, that's right.
That's right.
Hey.
Someone traveled through here.
Ojo.
Damn, I can't believe I watched that whole thing.
60
So here
segundos.
he is. David recently went to check on him as he heard about his reputation for, you know, doing these TikTok lives and people were talking.
Bueno, ya
So
me
David
traigo
Dobrik
uno.
being the good friend
Pero
and
si
the
ven
good
una
caretaker
mochila,
that he is,
chingón.
he went to visit him.
Okay.
But here's this. I like to visit him at least once a week just to make sure that he's I know he's doing TikTok live every day now, but I'm still not convinced him. It could be AI at this point.
Don't come here, there's 3 of them. Tres amigos!
Move here.
At least once a week, just friend and the good caretaker that he is. He went to visit him. At least once a week, just to make sure that he's around here. I know he's doing TikTok live every day now, but I'm still not convinced with him. It could be AI at this point.
Escaneame cuando puedas.
Jason!
Oh my god, quiet.
You haven't seen him in a while?
I love everyone. What's going on?
Dude, you're kind of becoming a legend on TikTok now. Yeah, but I think it's fun.
This motherfucker.
Dude, you kind of seen him in a while?
It could be AI at least once a week, just to make sure that he's alive. I know that he's doing TikTok live every day now, but I'm still not convinced with him. It could be AI at this point.
Jason!
Oh my god, I thought you were Wyatt. So freaked out.
You haven't seen him in a while?
Yeah.
Live streaming.
I was, man. It wasn't going well.
Dude, you're kind of becoming a legend on TikTok now.
Not a good way.
Yeah, but I think it's fun.
This motherfucker showed up in a goddamn crown to laugh at him being a TikTok quote legend. I mean, listen, I can make fun of the guy. I'm not responsible. This is tasteful. Yeah. This is just mean. Dude, David Dobrik sucks. He is such a douche. People still watch him. That's nuts to me.
I've seen TikToks with like take a shot every time Jason Nash is on live. You haven't come over in like a little bit, and I called Joe and I was like, "Is Jason doing okay?" And Joe's like, "I haven't seen him on live in a while." And I go, "How long has it been?" He's like, "Hours." And that's when we start to worry when you haven't been on live. You look
because
like
he needs to work, bro. Why is that funny? Like, come on, it's not funny. Let's get a Jason fund going. We need to get a count. I know, but I'm not responsible for him. I don't go to his house in a crown and like, what did David Dobrik? He drives like a Aston Martin or some shit. Shows up in an Aston Martin and the crown jewels to go fucking tap dance on his best friend's dead career.
you just got back from like a Christmas dinner. Why are you dressing so nice?
You do better on TikTok Live when you look nice.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Where did you get that stat that you do better on TikTok Live? Is that just from testing?
No, someone told me that.
Wait,
I
really?
met this live streamer. He's a really nice guy. He was like, "Hey, little tip. It's like, when you dress nice, you do better." And
Bro, I can't tell you that really makes me sad.
Yeah. Mhm.
He goes, I need to dress nice. I get more donations. Like he's a fucking door-to-door Mormon or some shit. Like, damn, bro, come on. You don't have to wear that turtleneck. You don't. You shouldn't have to wear that.
Not if you don't want to.
He's being forced to wear a turtleneck. Now that's not right.
But if he wants to, it looks good.
Yeah.
He does it because he wants donations.
Right.
And
right.
and
Which
a
is where the
TikToker.
problem is. You're right. You're right.
Also, yeah, of course, I don't.
Like, and then I tried it out.
But then again, I didn't make any money today. so-
Match
Bye
found.
guys, thanks for having us over in your little hobbit home.
You can't even afford a whole door. Like David, how are you just gonna wave goodbye? Come on. Poor guy.
Now, when we moved to the Shire, dude, I'm a bit curious because he was sitting in a pretty nice car there too.
I couldn't tell what kind of car.
That was a Lucid Air, I think. One of those new Lucid.
No, he's driving a
Yeah.
Lucid?
Because
Because that's like a 100,000 plus car. I think
Yeah.
it's even more than that.
I think I recognize.
Wait, how can
the
you tell?
steering
Okay, let me see again.
in the
If he's
center.
driving a Lucid, then
like what the
I
fuck?
want my money back.
Yeah, me too.
I am both shield
I thought he'd be in
and
like a
sword.
Camry, like 85 Camry.
When we start to work. Yeah, you look like you just got back from like a Christmas dinner. Why are you dressing so nice?
Well, you do better.
Right? That's definitely a Lucid.
There's no way he drives that. He got it Lucid. That's. There's no way Jason can afford that. How much is that car? I don't know.
Are they that expensive? I don't know.
Yeah, they're super expensive. They're like super high end.
There's different models.
Well, I started at
75K.
Oh, but the start, yeah.
Yeah.
Look at this stuff. Yeah, look at that's even more of a dick. He said, "Come sit in my $100,000 car." Oh, it's like he gifted him his car. Gifted?
Yeah, he gives all his friends cards.
Yeah, that something tells me based on their interaction and the way, you know.
But
I
you
don't
look like
think
you just
he
got
gave
back
a
from
fuck.
like a Christmas dinner. Why are you dressing so nice?
Well, you do better on TikTok Live when you look nice.
Is that true?
Let's go.
He
World's not
fucking
saving
made him
itself.
come out and look at his car and get him privacy. Like to humiliate, he needs to humiliate
We
him
don't
further.
know exactly yet what is the situation.
Mhm.
It's the same.
So, I found a video of David using a Lucid with the same color scheme.
There it is.
So, it has to
Good
be.
catch though, love.
Yeah. Funny.
Oh my god. Yeah, you have a Rolex you want to show him or something?
Try it
You know,
on.
let's see.
Try it on a little bit.
Yeah, you want to see how you look in this Rolex, bro? Oh, fuck me. Oh, shit.
Where did you get that stat that you do better on TikTok Live? Is that just from testing?
No, someone told me that.
Wait, Rip.
Oh, man. There's another one. Is this the same one? The fan page uploaded this in December. Is that the same one?
Yeah, it's the same one, just showing the origin where it came from. Guys, I'm visiting Jason.
I'm curious
I like to
about.
visit him at least once a week.
So this is a Snapchat re-upload?
That'd be my guess. I couldn't find a lot of information on it. Someone put it on our subreddit, and I found that it was linked to this.
Dude, people love him. Like, even if we upload it from Mega Views. Top comment. So these are coming from December, so this is before, this isn't even coming from me. Jason straight up laughing through the thing and David laughs in his face. This is sad, and I feel like Jason's just trying to laugh through the thing.
Did he get the plan?
The equivalent of a former boss showing up to your new employment after firing you and roasting
One
you for not
enemy
getting
remaining.
paid.
No charges.
They don't even know that
Reloading.
it's probably that's David's car.
Here, planted. Here.
Beautiful new. This is actually so sad. I get like
Flawless.
everybody sees it.
Amazing.
If there was a real
I
thing, he would
am
help Bro
honored.
out because he stopped doing the podcast, knowing the money he
They'll
would
hit
get
back.
and how it maintains
Or at least
Jason's
they
life.
should.
Oh yeah, I heard Jason saying they had this big podcast together.
I heard you guys talk about it.
And Jason was like, I missed the money.
Yeah.
You know, you got it. Like, you had this big thing that was really important to him. You gotta keep it flowing, bro. Find a way. It's gross. He sucks.
It is gross.
How old is David Dobrik now?
Come on, little homies. Let's get it.
27.
27. Old ass. Loser. David sitting on multi-millionaires laughing at his friends. Ouch. David's laughing at him for being on live, but David's job is literally posting to his Snapchat story. Sure, the only difference is too much money doing a lot more money doing it. David's laughing, but he low-key did that to Jason.
Wingman's planting.
David, can you like help Jason out? Like, damn. The guy obviously needs money.
60 Viper, sorry.
Was Jason pretending he had to drive somewhere so David would leave? Jason and all his friends helped him become a millionaire. Now David leaves them
Last
to grow.
player standing.
Okay, yeah. Everybody sees what he's...
Yeah.
The battlefield changes with every play.
Welcome back to William Haynes. I'm William Haynes. Have you ever wanted to know what it would be like if you ate an entire box of Krispy Kreme donuts?
Go, go, go! You can see from the title of the video, we are eating
Nice try, don't worry about it.
Krispy Kreme donuts today.
I'm sorry.
I think I've eaten 20
I'm
donuts
sorry.
in the past. What am I
I'm
saying?
sorry.
Have you ever wanted to know what it would be like if you ate over 4,500
sorry.
calories of McDonald's?
Oh my god.
Didn't I just make a video about how expensive fast food is? Didn't we just talk about the fact that California is passing a new law in April where fast food restaurants have to pay their workers more, which means the food will be more expensive? And she's doing all of this?
Today is a little bit of a different video. We are doing letting the person in front of me decide what I eat for 24 hours.
These videos are just as expensive as those fancy house tour videos.
Please one time did a video of boys in the same drive-thru 1,000 times. Okay, but I don't know these, okay? I'm just starting out, so I thought we'd take it easy. We're gonna go for 10 times. Actually,
Enemy
go
spotted
through
B.
it out first time, and I think you're right.
The last thing any company wants to
One
do is
enemy
cut the
remaining.
profits. They'd rather die. So the food is going to be more expensive.
Yo, I'm gonna explain just how privileged, beautiful
what are you
we
doing?
really are in today's world.
Oh,
That's
pro
right,
moves.
men were a bunch of losers.
No, I get that,
We're
I get that.
simps.
Sorry, I didn't know you'd
We
spike.
have no self-respect. And you might be thinking I'm talking about guys watching
Last
videos
player
of Fox
standing.
News, doing their thing,
planted.
sassy and all this kind of stuff. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the fact that men will sit there day after day just to watch a beautiful
Guys, I'm
woman
lagging
eat
so bad,
food.
so I just
Look, the
apologize.
mukbang trend isn't new. Coach
fine.
Greg is just old.
Yeah, I
If you
might
don't
say
know who
lagging
Coach
as well. I
Greg
had a
is and you
really
want to get
laggy
into
last
fitness,
game.
I think Coach Greg is one of the best fitness YouTubers you could watch. Is Coach Greg problematic? Absolutely.
Harvard says I'm fat-phobic. Shocking! Shocker! Oh, I never knew it.
You know how every man has one or if not a couple of friends that are just
Nice.
like, why are you friends with him? Why do you talk to him? That's me with watching Coach Greg.
Not
Hi.
fat-phobic. It means
Fight's
the
not
opposite,
over, you
which
know.
is to like or crave it. I do not like or crave
I'm
being
sorry.
obese.
Go, go, go. I'm sorry.
I said it.
I'm
Tell
sorry.
me what you need to hear,
outta
not
here.
what you want to hear. You want to hear we treat everybody the same, that we're all equals. Do you really think that? You really think men treat all the other men the same as they treat
I'm
women?
sorry.
Half the time men
I'm
are
sorry.
simping to the ladies.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Like I know. I think he puts it perfectly. He's like, what would you do if everybody knew the worst thing you've ever done?
imagine everybody knows what the worst
I'm
thing
outta
you've
here.
ever done in your life. That's what it's like to be Coach Greg.
Coach Greg got caught and
Enemies
went
are
to
A.
jail for trying to smuggle steroids over the border. Everybody knows it. But what's he say? My PEDs don't make my bed for me? I think that's his way of saying that just because he's buff and does steroids, you do still have to work out.
Thank you.
But according to Jeff Smith Hart, it's very little. So I think Coach Greg is typically a very brilliant fitness coach. He went in on Gal versus
In fact, why wouldn't they? If you could pay me thousands of dollars just to eat burgers, fries, McDonald's, and so on, and to smile a little bit, then why not? And so, Kate is playing Gal, and so once a week, she
70
and
Viper.
people are up in arms.
To the right out there.
There's no way
One enemy remaining. Can't use this yet.
an ED. How could she possibly do
You can't
this?
rotate, you
And
don't
I'm
have
thinking,
time.
Once a week, she eats a lot of food, and then she
You shut
probably
your
eats
mouth.
less
30
the
seconds.
rest of the week, or maybe she does some cardio, and she burns it off.
As an American, there is no such thing
30 seconds
as
left.
too much food. We
Last
throw
player
away
standing.
more good food than some countries have access to. However, she's doing a bit much.
Good job.
Today is my
Good
one
luck.
posting on YouTube.
Their Viper
And
is
look how much makeup I put on, and look at
I
my
love
beautiful white teeth, and my happy smile, and I'm in shape, and I'm excited, I have a lot of energy, and wow!
I don't know if you really need to eat all of this. I don't know if this is even slightly enjoyable.
Let's get into today's video. of eating 24 donuts.
I gotta wonder, at what point does this become unenjoyable? I mean, probably the first 6 donuts, you gotta be like, oh, this tastes really good. I'm sure that she's not eating a lot before this. She's probably really hungry at this time. I mean, by fasting before the meal, you're gonna be very hungry. But let me put this in perspective. There's 190 calories in a Krispy Kreme donut times 24. It's over 4,500 calories. And so that is
Weapon here.
double
Your
the
duty
amount of
is
calories
not
that
over.
she needs to eat in one day.
And she went to Wingstop. You know you're not supposed to do this, especially with food like Wingstop. You know this girl's best friend is
Are you gonna force
I can
this?
speak for everyone on planet Earth when I say that's everybody's dream. To eat without any consequences, eat good food and nothing happens to you and it's just a good vibe.
However, the Krispy Kreme
Oh my god, lamps.
Oh my.
The Krispy Kreme, not even that hard. Even Coach
One
Greg himself
enemy
said you could
remaining.
probably do this one
Last
easily.
player standing.
Y'all got this.
Some of them can eat
She was in lamps.
donuts
Coming
in
to the
30
spike.
minutes. Is it really all that impressive? I could absolutely do that with these 20 donuts.
You
in
will
30
not
minutes.
kill
Luke
my
Tennyson
allies.
in 30
So
Uh-oh.
Coach
Uh-oh.
Greg explains that people who are professional eaters actually have a bigger stomach than people like me who definitely have a small stomach. Barely at a time, very much at a time. I
One
have
enemy
very little
remaining.
time, but over the whole day. But
Nice.
some people can
Nice.
eat so
Thank
much.
you for making eating my job, which I never thought
You
would be
could
the
let
case,
some of
but
us help
because of you
get
guys, I'm able to eat
Just an
as my
idea.
job. I am a professional eater.
And so listen, she's a professional eater. They have stomachs that are larger than average. They can fit more food than average, and so they're able to eat more than average. Just think of it. The amount of food you can eat, it's on a bell curve. Some people can eat a lot. Some people eat a little. Most somewhere in the middle.
And then he brilliantly explained the food bell curve.
March
The
through them.
shape is kind of like this. And so if there are several standard deviations to the right, you can eat a ton of food. You perhaps eat once every other day. You can just spit massive amounts of calories in your stomach, no problem.
Reloading.
Case in point, Eric the Electric. He does this all the
Stealing
time.
sight.
He'll eat a ton of food, 15,000
Cutting
calories,
division.
20,000 calories. These guys and to the opposite side, you have people that can hardly eat anything.
Yeah, that's me right there.
They have to eat perhaps 10 meals a day. They're eating tiny snacks all the time.
When Coach Greg isn't yelling, he can actually say some thought-provoking stuff. He actually attempted to do the math on how much
Thank you.
weight a person would gain attempting to do challenges like this weekly.
And so let's assume she needs just
Face your fear!
She's going to need 2,000 calories in a surplus, and that would ultimately cause her to gain about
maybe we should
100 pounds
rotate.
a week. But remember, she has 6 extra days to
80
burn off all
stage.
those calories. And so she's eating 2,000 calories extra and has 6 extra days to burn off those calories. If she eats 400 calories less than her maintenance for the rest of the week, she's going to be able to maintain her weight. And so it's not that difficult.
And what kind of workout routine you would need to maintain this lifestyle.
Because after all, let's consider that if she was a bike rider or a marathon runner,
30
she's gonna
seconds
burn
left.
off a shit ton of calories. You have more endurance, you're going to burn off more calories, and so you need to eat more food.
Apparently, Coach Greg has caught some fake eating people before in the past, which is wild to me.
Honestly, I don't understand how anyone would doubt that she's actually.
I think there's
eating
one
this
back here
because
by my
there's
wall.
no way she's actually eating on the food that she's eating. I 100% believe that she ate those 20 things. And the fact that she didn't finish the challenge and she stopped at 20 rather than 24 doesn't
One
show
enemy
how much
remaining.
she's
Stop that
about
bitch.
feeling comfortable.
Of all the different
Neon
content
hookah.
paths you'd want to create, and you
Window.
have to fake in order to make it, this one,
Listen, I've covered a speedy with a woman in the past, and we did in fact press.
I hit her a
back.
bunch.
She
She's
was
dead.
spitting
Goodbye.
out.
I'm
She
not
had
letting that
garbage
happen
bin
to
on the
me.
side. She literally eat and spit the food into it, and they had so many edits that they were able to edit out. But they made one mistake, got them caught, and so she was a fake speedy eater.
it's kind of low down. It's kind of low down. Have y'all
Go and
never
see.
even thought about trying to be
I'm sorry.
creative?
There. I'm
Who
sorry.
put this there?
I'm sorry.
It's been here the whole time.
I'm out of here.
Yeah, she could have had the other 4 doors. When I did the 10,000 calorie challenge against Will Tennyson, I was miserable. Even while
Pick
eating her
them up.
last bite, it still appeared that she had more in the tank. For
No.
me, it was a nightmare. I hated it. I can't imagine having to do
Enemy
that. And
activity near.
I'm firing
Help.
whoever put that there. A lot of people want to be known and respected online. Why not try being creative?
Now, I do believe that in my videos, I offer a lot of education. I explain how to lose weight, keep it off, how to build muscle. I offer a lot of benefits. But if I just started eating a lot of food and just say, hey, watch how much food I'm eating, would y'all be watching it?
But you know, Coach Greg tries to be a role model to me, and it's something I'm trying to do too. So he goes into the psychology of why men might like videos like this.
something so attractive about her.
Welcome
Very
to
sexy
Spike down
and
B.
everything. Perhaps it's so soft dripping out of her. Biting into that hot chicken sandwich type of thing, and there's some sauce, something white coming out of the mouth. Perhaps that is appealing to most men. Saucy, dripping, fruity things.
You're losing me, coach. You're losing me, coach.
Nothing hot about watching a woman eat a lot of food. I mean, what does seem appealing to me is that she's very passionate about this. She does, in fact, enjoy this. When you see somebody very passionate, enjoying, really loving what they're doing, to me, that is a turn on.
Okay, bringing it back. Bringing it back, okay. But overall, he's right. She's gorgeous and seems to really enjoy what it is she's doing. And people like that. People like to see people... Imagine if I started every video... Why did I go to this one first? Personally, I just hope that these
I don't know where that spike was.
I just hope it doesn't negatively affect their health, like I think.
Sorry.
The big question that researchers are looking into is whether or not
I thought that's where I was
has
shooting.
positive benefits in the way you behave. Does it make you more empathetic? Now, new findings published in the Journal of Neuroscience research suggest that there could be a connection between marijuana use and empathy. The study of 85 regular cannabis users and 51 non-users as participants to complete a test that measures empathy. Researchers also used brain imaging to study some of these subjects. They analyzed a region of the brain that plays a central role in mediating our empathetic response, and here's what they found. Cannabis users scored higher on a part of the test that assessed emotional comprehension or the ability to understand another's emotional state. In the imaging section of the study, cannabis users had greater connectivity in areas associated with emotional and empathy-related regions.
Down A.
People who use cannabis tend to have enhanced sense of care for other people and be motivated to engage in the world in a way that is benign and selfless. I don't know. I don't know about that quote.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk to anybody when I'm stoned. Like,
Yeah. It sounds dangerous to me. I mean, this kind of reefer madness where you begin to like other people.
No, hold on. Let me correct myself. I don't want to be out in the world talking to strangers and connecting with strangers.
Yeah.
I do feel a deeper connection with people that I already know and have an affinity for.
Yeah. So look, I have a theory on cannabis, which is that it makes you do the things that you already do, but more deeply, right? So if you are already an
30
empathetic
seconds
person,
left.
it might make you even more.
I can heal you. Where'd you
If
go?
you're
What the
already
fuck?
a
How does
douche,
what
it
the
might make
fuck?
you more of a douche.
He rotated.
So
What
that's
the
my theory.
hell?
Is there evidence on that side?
So, yes. Okay, so we'll get to that in just a minute. But I wanted to comment on what you just said. What I've noticed with... There's so many factors. First of all, the concentration of the THC, right? I think that plays a role. And to do this study, I'm curious about whether or not that factor was controlled. Because some people might buy pot that's just a lower concentration of THC. It's not as strong. It's a weaker strain. I want to know how that is taken into account. The other thing is, from my experience, marijuana is one of those drugs that impacts everyone differently. So it's really hard to say whether or not this drug has a similar, empathetic outcome with everyone. I think it's just going to affect everyone differently. That's just my theory. I could be wrong. But let's go to some of the other studies, because other studies say that the result of empathy can vary depending on how it's studied. So, for instance, a 2016 report used a technique called event-related potential that assesses participants' responses to a series of stimuli. The researchers found that empathetic processing was actually impaired in cannabis users compared to non-users.
So that's the other point that I made.
Yeah.
So, look, I can only tell you what my friend's experience is. And my friend is a person who is introspective to begin with. And then when they're on cannabis, they get way more introspective, right? And then people who are a little bit paranoid get way more paranoid when they're on marijuana. So, look, I don't know that I'm right. I'd be super curious to study it more. I'm going to talk to them. I'm definitely right. I don't care what the studies say. Seriously, this is a thing that should be studied, and of course, remember, is a Schedule I drug, so we didn't study anything about it. here in America,
Right.
which was just insane. That's the actual thing. If you enjoy this video, that's because of our members. They make us independent, they make us strong, and they make us
One
honest.
enemy
Don't
remaining.
remember today by hitting the join button below.
You never know. You never know. So we got a Pneuma.
Remember,
Pneuma
when it's hurt.
Black IPA, 6.5.
These are all
Need
for
a
me?
drop.
No, I'm gonna have one.
Oh,
And
okay.
you're gonna have one.
Okay, okay.
And then
Salamat,
we have one
thanks.
extra to share or whatever.
Nice.
I just kind of grabbed it.
Do you want me to get glasses?
Go, go, go.
That you're supposed to drink from the can.
Wonderful.
Oh, that's right.
Wonderful.
Stop.
Drink from the can.
Yes.
These are also not like properly chilled or anything because I've been really lazy
I'm
about bringing
sorry.
ice.
Hey,
That's all right.
that's what makes you taste it more.
Yeah, but
I'm
Thank you.
sorry. Quick
extra
feet,
stout
quick
nitro
trigger.
and Pneuma Black IPA.
What you going for?
I'm gonna go for the nitro.
Do you even like black IPAs?
I like all beer to varying levels.
Yeah.
It's just IPA.
This IPA I like very little, but I still like it.
IPA doesn't rank towards the top of the group, but
Yeah.
there are plenty of. I like a good IPA.
You like
Tiny Topper, Pliny the Elder.
Yeah.
Freaking amazing because they're well
Thank you.
balanced.
For
The
sure.
IPA.
All right.
Let me hop it until you get bitter, like you taste anything else
Yeah.
but bitter hops for the next week. Like those are fast.
I really like those too, though. But this is fantastic. This is a double IPA.
40.
Double
Last
IPA.
player standing.
80%.
Yeah.
Spike
Very-
down
very
A.
highly regarded on all of the beer reviews.
Dude, if I have another interview after this, I might be a little tipsy.
That's how you let the natural information flow.
This is sabotage, dude.
I know.
Trying to trip me up.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Here's to going home after CES.
Yes. I was gonna say CES, but that's way better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's delicious. That's stuff. You can
extra stuff.
You can have some if you want.
Totally fine. Oh, I John sent me
30 seconds left.
Oh, no, I have I'm good. I want you to kill that.
I appreciate that. I will definitely. I'll slay it.
Combat is a means
Oh,
to an
first
end.
degree.
I'm sorry.
How's your,
I'm
how's
sorry.
it going? How's your week been?
I'm
It's
sorry.
good, man. It's been awesome.
I'm sorry.
You've met so many new people.
I have, and I was a little nervous about it. I don't know why. I think more nervous about like will it go smoothly?
I'm sorry.
Am I gonna ask good questions? Am I gonna trip up?
Are you gonna go too far? Did you go too far? With any of the guests?
I didn't really. I don't think so. I didn't push anyone on it. I just let them be as open as they wanted to be. I didn't ask any like hardball questions.
Okay.
It's like a
Save those for Linus.
kind of a save those for Linus. Dude, I've got some stuff like if Linus comes
I'm
on.
not
It's
sure
not
if
confirmed.
I should reference that. Linus is
Yeah.
incredibly busy,
Yes.
and
Yes.
who knows? Though, he might show up.
Dude, because I will say there was one interview guest that kind of failed. I won't call him out or anything. But they're like, yeah,
We should rotate.
Oh
Oh my god, I got hit so hard.
And then Josh's
Oh my god, there's one chasing you.
140 fate.
Oh, but you know,
Get me
A lot
the
of, I
fuck
feel like a
out
lot
of
of CES attendees count the parties as work.
That's
Granted, I feel like that would apply maybe less in this.
That's a cop out.
In this situation.
That's a total cop out, dude. But
Yeah.
but I will say, when
Last
Linus
round
says,
in
I've
the
been working
half.
nonstop, I
We
know
cannot
for sure
keep our
Yeah.
goods after
he
this.
needs it.
And he
Spend
has
all.
not been going to parties.
He's not.
And he has not
Unless
been.
he's getting paid for it.
He has not been getting drunk or anything.
Let's
like
be real.
that.
Unless there's an appearance fee involved.
That's true. Yeah. He'll show up there, but he's not gonna like have a drink or anything.
Yeah, exactly.
But
But it's been a really good week. It's been a really good week. Everyone's been so nice. Everyone's been so chill. Just good vibes all around. How's your week been?
it's been solid. I mean, we had one major snafu, but we were able to work around it
Yeah.
the night we got here, and ever since then, I feel like it's been pretty crazy.
It was literally like within the first hour or so that you got it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, we showed up, unpacked, we had 2 videos to shoot the night we got here.
Yeah.
And the $10,000 MSRP editing
40 neon
Player
open.
standing.
You're done.
for 7970X.
Face your fear!
Terabytes of storage,
You will not kill my allies. Switching sides.
128 gig
I can see where this is going.
G-Skill RDMs. Anyway,
You're all more important than
did several,
words on a brief.
several videos on it over the past
Look
month.
out for
Had
each other.
already tested it, stress tested. It was good to go.
kind of last minute decision to bring it to the show, but we're like, all right,
That's an intense build to bring.
It is,
Anyway.
but I mean, that's the thing I kind of like about CS is I always drive here. I don't mind driving here.
Yeah.
It's 3.5-ish hours, and I feel like it's about the same time as a flight. I have to get there early and everything.
For sure.
And we could do a heavier load, so to speak.
Sure.
Which meant we were able to pack a chair for Joe.
Nice.
Joe spends a lot of time editing the whole week. Joe's my editor, if you guys don't know.
Yeah.
Spends a lot of time editing the whole week. At Computex, he was sitting in a very not good chair,
It's A.
editing on a laptop with a portable monitor next to it, so that you're looking down the whole time.
Right.
And he said he got through the week, and he said the day he got home, he was like laid up in bed the entire next day.
Spike planted.
Yeah, dude, that's
Like that. I
No
feel so
charges
bad.
left.
I mean, you've already got it.
Thank you.
Dude, outside of that though, you do pimp out Joe pretty nice. Like if you guys ever stop working together, hit me up. Like I'll be your editor.
Okay.
I don't know what other favors you're doing for him, but he's got it good.
I might have gone a little beyond what I've done in the past with this recent build, but I was like, it's Threadripper, I want to build a system. It's like, I don't need a new system right now, but Joe was on first gen.
Last
and,
player standing.
He was
90
so
fade.
it's gonna
Fuck
be
me.
A beautiful system.
Right.
Once we get it working again. Just to finish my little story was I didn't leave a cliffhanger. We got here, unpacked it, system is completely non-responsive.
That's
just zero lights, zero nothing, and there's built the PC and had that happen. It's difficult to troubleshoot, especially if you're not at home with other parts to swap in, stuff like that. So I got as far as jumping the power supply.
Yeah.
And basically removing everything that was like RGB extraneous, not needed for the functionality of the system.
Right.
And it seems that Las Vegas has killed probably the motherboard.
That's crazy.
That was JJ's assessment. JJ from Asus, who's very knowledgeable in this area. He said tempered glass side panels are way less good at EMI protection. Like, so you get electromagnetic interference, shocks, and if you have a entirely metal case,
They are a
side panels, with contact points all around, the shock down outside of the case, it's going to be dispersed pretty much around the case, and probably not affect the power supply. So not affect the system.
You're using the O11 Vision.
But we're using the O11 Vision, which is pretty heavy on the tempered glass. Three side panels. We're coming, we packed it up.
111.
Spike planted.
It isn't like and it's not warm and humid there, but I just found a complete shift
No
in the
charges.
environment. But yeah, it was likely unpacking it here in Vegas.
Last
There's probably
player
some sort
standing.
of static discharge. And like JJ said, if that is discharged and run certain motherboards and go through the chipset circuit, he says, yeah. So that's likely the case. We can verify that until I get back home and we test and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
Did you test the GPU at all? You see if the GPU is working?
we really couldn't because like it's an AIO liquid cooled GPU for one, so can't really pop it out or anything.
Sure.
And because it was Sunday evening, we were already on a deadline, so like we gotta shoot 2 videos and edit them to post the next morning because there's 2 embargo links.
Thank God for your little mini battery.
So yeah, got my little T150. Liam T150 case,
That thing rules.
which has not killed any systems with electromagnetic shock.
Yeah, only a single small
Developed
glass
up
panel.
the experience with the O11 Vision.
Right.
And I think this is sort of a worst case scenario because it's like Las Vegas in January is cold and windy and it's like the air is electric and every metal thing you touch shocks you at least to some degree.
You're saying like also like things environments, right?
Yeah. That can make the that can make like a greater discharge. And we also packed it in a shipping box.
Spike planted.
And, you ever take the case out of the box, just sliding against the cardboard and other stuff.
Last player standing.
Yeah.
Build up.
Like foam in there and stuff too.
Yeah. So I wasn't there when Joe actually tried to power the system on the first time. I think I found it faster and I came back out and he said, and I could tell he was a little like, wait, why isn't it working?
He's like, I just broke the $10,000 PC that Paul built me.
And Joe's generally pretty unflappable. Like he's very positive-minded. He's very all about like staying happy and staying in a good positive mindset. I love that about him because I get dark sometimes.
Yeah.
He brings me back. So he was getting pretty frustrated with it. Anyway,
Understandably.
long story short, LL2 150 system with 5950X. We've used that for multiple shows now. It's been like a beast. I've used it for live streaming.
Right.
We've done live streams.
Yeah.
And that system's still going strong. So we did a transition over to that, and we still have an editing system, and we've still gotten through the videos. So
that's awesome. Dude.
That was it. Yeah. Everyone has asked me, how's the show going? My initial thought, oh, look, it's going pretty good. Like, we did have that one.
We
did have that one little
caveat. I mean, look at it this way. Now you got a free content idea, a free video idea when you get back.
Yeah.
And like all the things you just explained, because like that's very useful information.
Yes, and this is, I will also say, every booth, not every booth, but lots of as we've been having.
3 of them in there.
Down, B.
2 of them in there.
Last player standing.
Of the story that I've told you, because I've relayed this story.
Problem solved.
Over the course of the show. I have a fairly comfortable
nice
method
try.
covering CES that I've developed over many years of coming here, and I try to balance it between getting a fair amount of coverage and not like stressing myself out too much or going over the top. I could probably dial it back a little bit still.
You seem to, for the most part though, it seems like you kind of broken it down to a science and kind of like hit your stride, and like you're definitely well into the groove.
Yeah,
of how you
probably.
approach these things.
Thank you. I mean, it's
Don't be a
and it's
pessimist.
different
We
years I
got
feel
this.
different about it. Like this year, I feel like I had a little bit more brain fog going on as I was going to the suites or whatever and getting the rundown of here's this product and it does this and here's the launch date and here's what we're hoping to sell it for.
Yeah.
And like in the past, I've been pretty good at like absorbing that information and then being able to kind of
Face your fear.
relay that. But I think this year I've been spending a little bit more time being like, what was it?
Spike planted.
When is this coming out? Yeah. So, but we've gotten through it. The only video that I fully gave up trying to remember anything was JJ and the ASUS coverage. And they were a sponsor, so I was like, you know what? There's no way I'm gonna provide any sort of level of detail comparable to what JJ just has in his brain and can say.
Yeah.
So I was like, let's mic up JJ.
Yeah.
And for better or for worse, it ended up being a 44-minute video. But you know, for people who really like the ASUS
Last
hardware,
player standing.
we have really good coverage of like a lot of the stuff in there.
One
JJ
enemy
just
remaining.
Has that ability to.
I
And I like the JJ.
Nice try.
Let's say the good stuff in there. Yeah. They have a couple of AIOs, right? That
There's
they're
no
expanding
need
the lineup,
for
and
the
they're
enemy
using
to
the new
suffer.
Asus Tech Gen
Kill them
7,
fast.
whatever the latest Asus Tech Gen pump is.
Yeah.
And you know, JJ loves his products. He has a very, I think, personal attachment to a lot of them, which is why he can talk about them so enthusiastically.
For sure.
But it's very genuine and everything. But he's like, this pump is it's going to give you a little bit better performance. It's going to operate slightly higher RPM. It's going to be able at the expense of a little bit more noise.
Yeah.
And I just like the way he kind of gives you the pros and cons rather than purely sticking to just the glowing like everything was awesome. So,
Definitely. No, JJ rules. It's very rare when you hand like some manufacturer rep the microphone. It's like a badge of honor. You know what I mean?
I don't like
It's
to
a
do
flex.
that. I don't like to do that.
Welcome to my world. There's like 1% of reps who know their shit and who show.
Spike planted.
And just really on top of the game. And also, like you said, I think genuine, like being genuine and trying to grow. But I do remember, like, dude, the dude can talk. I remember one time when we were doing and you were and JJ were
Last player standing.
You were filming, and Josh and I were just chilling in the back, like watching, and we were waiting to go to lunch, and then you guys just kind of go and go, and then just the exchanges of glances me and Josh were giving each other, like, oh my god, I'm hungry. Yeah.
What will it be this time?
It was like
Have
2.5
any
hours,
patterns
and we were
emerged
like,
yet?
oh my god, dude, this is crazy. But JJ is awesome, dude. That guy rules.
He is.
Yeah, he hit me up, or he hit up the business email, and Josh got it, and was like, he wanted me to come by the booth, but we told him that, you know, I'm just doing interviews, and the thought occurred, like, maybe have JJ on, but
You should do that.
maybe I will next time. But I also just don't know how I would keep up in a conversation with him, dude. Sometimes, like, it's intimidating sometimes. I'm just like,
The other thing about JJ is that
Hyper well done, eh?
like he's really got an amazing brain.
Yeah.
He's incredibly intelligent. He's incredibly good at absorbing information, and he knows like you think like, wow, he must spend all of his time on ASUS products, and he knows everything about that. He must do nothing else.
Spike planted.
One dead.
He will have this depth of knowledge about it,
right?
That beyond what
Enemy
most people would even do.
Were we actually might have been at that lunch after the
Rest
interview,
me, please.
like, to, like,
Your
spoons
duty
are made.
is not
Like,
over.
Probably.
Thank you.
Some random thing.
Supply chain of how a spoon is made. Like, how do you know?
I mean, that's important for it, to have that,
Because I mean, yeah.
to have that ready at any given.
But I remember so like everyone knows what a spoon is and how to use it. You're surrounded by it, but do you actually know where they come from, how they're made?
And do you appreciate it?
Exactly, yeah.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
It's like when we first started doing stuff together back in the New York days, there were once or twice where I was like, oh, I'm bring up this subject that I feel like I know a little bit about. And maybe I can share something with Jay that knows.
Yeah,
he already knows more. He already
Match
knows more than
point.
You can't out JJ.
me. Yeah, but he's like, but like I said, for an interview style, something like that, like he could talk about anything. Like I'm sure he'd be happy to talk about Asus products or whatever. But
Yeah.
he's
Honestly, like, I'd like to have Ming just talk like all my interview guests this week. It's like tech was a part of it. It's kind of like the focal point. But then like we just started talking about like their personal lives and how they got their start with just social media and tech content. And everyone's just had such incredible stories, really. And they're also different, because I think I was saying this to you earlier, it's like there's no standardization for getting into social media. It's not like you could take a major in
3 people.
YouTube.
well, that's why every time people would ask me, how do I do it?
Yeah, right, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You get lucky, kind of being at the right place in the right time, and
Right.
having kind of a like you need some kind of launch pad. I feel like at this point you need some sort of
Spike planted.
and that could be anything from like being attached to a company that already has a fair amount of reach. Like that's kind of our starting out point.
And Linus.
You know, we had nights
Last player standing.
now though you have so many various individual creators who already are huge.
Right.
And it's like if you can get there,
One enemy remaining.
and they like, oh my goch, look at this, like share that with their
Barrier
audience.
deployed.
Then you can start to you know.
She's gonna hit you from behind. She's gonna hit you from behind.
Making something that's interesting enough for people to come and watch.
Yeah, exactly.
Good job,
Are there, like,
Crazy.
are there any other like weird ways that people got into it? Like,
I mean, I think it was just like okay, so one of the guests, Peachy Tech, Christina. I was like, how'd you even start? Like, how'd you even think to like start making tech videos? And it started because she was modding her GPU. She was like taking it apart to spray paint the shroud and stuff.
okay.
But she started filming it because she needed to remember where the screws went.
Oh.
But then as she like, it was just a practical reason. And then she's like, this is kind of fun. Like something just clicked.
Yeah.
And she posted it. It was like in case anybody else has this problem or needs this help. And then it just kind of started from there.
Face your
Cool.
fear!
Yeah, it's just like it's so random.
That's I feel like that's the most organic story of that. And I have like coming from somewhere where like I had very admittedly I've been very honest that I had a boost like getting started. And I also started early with
Spike
also,
planted.
any of the creators that I
She's
see
by
out
our
there
spawn.
and whatever
Spawn, defender
whether
spawn.
it's YouTube or elsewhere.
Last
that
player
really started
standing.
from just about nothing and sort of
One
in
enemy
that
remaining.
obscure
She was there
portion
also.
where you're like making content that it's not really getting views or whatever,
Right.
and then manage to sort of gain that traction and build up. I'm not you're better at this than me.
Yeah.
My bad.
That takes a lot of perseverance.
It's very hard, and it's also very interesting, just like how the grass is always greener on the other side. With because I've definitely interviewed some tech talkers, and they're just like, I don't know how you guys do long form. Like
Oh,
it's like
really?
they can make a viral 60-second short,
Yeah.
and which I cannot do. I have no idea how to do it. But for them, it's like we're like alchemists or something, just making something out. Like they have no idea. They're like,
Whereas I'm like, how do you get good at TikTok? 'Cause
Exactly. Because I was talking to Austin. He's like, have you ever seen like a Gen Zer like scrolling through a TikTok feed? It's literally like this.
Just that fast.
That fast. Like they're watching like 3 or 4 frames of a video before they and that split second they decide if I'm gonna watch this or not. So I'm like, how the hell? It's like trying to attract viewers on YouTube with a thumbnail is already hard enough. And you can see it, you can look at the thumbnail for 5 seconds,
Yeah.
let alone like a millisecond or two. I'm just like,
it's
dude.
good information though. It's
Yeah.
good market research.
Right. It's like, okay, first frame's got to be like
My
blindingly
TikTok videos have to have a nudity or violence or something. I don't know what grabs people.
Was it Inglourious Bastards where he like the projectionist at the theater would just like slide in a couple frames of porn, and then people would just be like, "Did I just see that?"
Other Brad Pitt movie, Fight Club.
Oh, that was Fight Club. Yeah. I knew It's a Brad Pitt movie. I was halfway there. But yeah, just gotta do that.
I associate that with Brad Pitt.
Your first frame is just a dick, just one frame. I wonder if TikTok would take that.
It would.
Yeah. Pretty good catch. I feel like if I spend my time,
like a mom.
We'll save that for after.
Too classy for that sort of thing.
Oh, I got a text.
Is it?
It is. Hold on. Might not work out. Oh no.
Oh. There's hard drives over there. You have mechanical hard drives.
Yeah.
Why do you think?
You have to watch my interview with Mr. Easter.
Oh, okay. They're a prop.
Yeah.
Okay. I will then, because I'm curious.
Hey, big shout out to Thermaltake for hooking it up at CES. Black
Great
E6 for more airflow. It's not just option to set it short, huge, a 32-inch OLED 4-inch attic stuff on. Maybe I could get like some. What I was saying there is, I feel like if I utilize my time wisely, which I do not, like maybe I could get like somewhat, like a little closer to like JJ level. But like last night, I got tired of editing. I was editing for a while, granted, but then I was like, I just got to play some craps.
Okay.
So like I played craps for like 3.5 hours. I went to bed at like 5. But
physical craps here at the casino?
Yeah, at the casino.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna play on my phone if I'm in Vegas.
I thought you said okay. I thought you said you were playing with your girlfriend.
Oh, she was on the phone with me.
She was on the phone with you while you were playing craps.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, so I had my earbuds in, right? So I was just like walking and talking with my earbuds, and like through the casino as I was walking, dude, I looked crazy because I'm just like this guy. I only had one earbud in, so if you were on my left side, it really just looked like I was talking to myself. There was just like this lady, this like attractive lady that was like walking ahead of me, and I was like just talking to Mel, my earbud, and she like turns over, she goes, "What?" And she starts talking to me. She's like, "I'm sorry, can I help you?" And I'm like, and I'm confused. I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "What?" And she's like, "Oh, I thought you were talking to me." I'm like, no. I'm not trying to. Just the fear in her eyes, dude. Fear in her eyes. I'm just like, there's a man. There's a man talking to me, and he's walking behind me. I was freaking people out, man. I was freaking people out. But
you're gonna get maced or something.
Yeah, no kidding. It was a pretty good run though. Like I played for 3.5 hours. I started with 200.
Okay.
I ended with 245 sets.
That's a win.
That's like.
Enemy force detected.
Some free drinks, probably, right?
I did.
Oh,
I did get some free drinks,
there you
so I'm up.
You totally took advantage of the casino.
Yeah, I did.
Probably not gonna let you play anymore.
Probably. I was there so long they gave me a player's card.
Really?
Yeah, because I was the only one at this bubble craps machine for the entire 3 hours. Not one person sat down.
Oh, no, it wasn't a full-on craps.
No, it was just the individual
craps.
machine.
Okay.
But it was like the machine that has like 6 seats around it, so you're all rolling the same dice.
That's probably a little bit more kosher if you're gonna be like on the phone while you're playing. I don't even know if you're allowed to do that if you're.
I don't know either.
Probably not at a real table.
Yeah, that's why I only had one earbud and I was trying to be discreet.
Okay.
But then I really looked crazy, just like gambling and talking to myself. Like,
My interpretation when you explained to me was that you were like playing a craps like online game or something like on your phone with your girlfriend.
Oh, okay. No.
And yeah, anyway. So,
no, she just buys gambling.
I'm glad that's been paid.
She's just berating me every time, like, "Oh, I just lost $10."
But she doesn't like gambling.
No.
Okay.
She's like a penny pincher, dude. She's like the opposite. She's very frugal, which I need. I need that, dude. She saves every plastic bag.
But what about the thrill of the win? Like
that's what I say.
You know, when you hit your pass line or whatever,
Right.
I forget how craps works.
No, she's just die of anxiety, you know.
See?
But
you need to have her experience that, and she can become a full-time degenerate gambler.
That's the goal, dude.
Yeah.
Any other hang-ups for CES week?
My hang-ups mainly have been that I have had lots of people asking me to promise things. Vendors, stuff like that, just people, they want to work together, they want to get some videos made, they want to get exposure for their products, which I totally respect and appreciate.
Yeah.
But mainly because of family. Like, I don't want to make promises and commitments that I know in a month or 2 months or 3 months I'm going to feel obligated to fulfill.
Right.
That's why I don't make promises, because I think I'm reasonably good at following up on them.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I'm trying to set aside a sizable chunk of time of my time right now for family. Because my daughter is 4, she's going to be 5 in May.
Yeah.
And she likes me right now.
Yeah.
She wants to hang out with me. Like, Daddy is awesome. And
the dark ages are coming, bro.
I know.
Ages
So I don't know whether it's a good thing or a bad thing that I know that's not going to last.
Yeah.
But because I know it's not going to last, I'm like, I don't want to spend a bunch of time making videos because I know when I'm older and I'm looking back on it, I'm not going to be like, oh, it was great that I made that extra video that week or whatever. It's going to be like, no, this time I spent with my daughter, building Legos or, taking our dog for a walk or going to the park or whatever, all the various activities we do.
Yep.
That's like my top priority right now.
For sure.
So.
And your priorities often shift as you get older.
Yeah.
As you settle down, as you start your own family. Like, I've talked to such a range of people this week, from one kid who's 21 and he's like, yeah, I'm like shooting 25 videos this week, or like he's just like on it or whatever. And then you talk to someone who's like got a kid back home, who's like, I'm taking a few pictures, I'm getting the f out of here. It's just
bare minimum.
It's also like first CES versus 10th CES.
Yeah.
Like it's different.
Have you met many like first CES people?
I don't know about first, but definitely some second.
You haven't been wandering around as much as I have.
Right. Just some second timers. So more or less, they're like Mr. Easter. This is his second CES.
Okay.
Yeah, he's like the first one. It's like it's funny to see everyone's learning curve with this type of thing, with this event, because he's like, yeah, I booked it last minute, and like everything was booked or like super expensive, so I just booked this random hotel. It was the shittiest. It was so bad. Like he was like, I just woke up in the middle of the night, like there was screaming in the middle of the night.
Oh god.
He said he boxed his door.
It's like
just to secure it.
Worried someone's gonna just bust it down and rob him or something.
Wow. Yeah, dude.
That's it. Like the bad hotels in Vegas, like stuff like that, and then also just any amount of distance you have from the main Las Vegas venues, like getting anywhere.
Yeah.
I was at the convention center today, my last day here. I like going to the convention center a little bit at the end of the week.
Yeah.
Took us about an hour to get back from the convention center.
It's fun,
just
really.
because of the lines for the shuttles and everything.
Yeah.
I was hoping it'd be a little bit faster than that. If I had known it was an hour, I probably could have just walked in like maybe a half an hour.
Right.
And like it's cold outside and stuff, so it probably wouldn't have been that bad. But
yeah,
navigating there's this learning curve to CES, and the navigation part of it, I feel like, is one of the things you gotta figure out early on.
Right.
You gotta make sure that you're either staying somewhere that's adjacent enough to the things you want to do that you can walk it, or you need to put aside a fairly substantial chunk of time to get from point A to point B.
Right.
But yeah, there's so many little CES tricks that you learn over.
For sure.
All right, here's a CES tip for you guys. This is a pro tip. Okay. Not many people know this.
Paul's tip, baby.
All right. If you're at the Venetian Palazzo Expo Center, which is between the Venetian and the Palazzo, and it's one of the biggest areas for CES, I think, outside of the main convention center, and it's where a lot of the PC tech hardware people get set up. And the way they have you do it now, you used to walk in from the restaurant row, and you just walk through, and they kind of had an inside and an outside. Now you're everyone going in off to the right, and you have to walk through this kind of security area,
like TSA almost.
And it's not that bad. At times, if you get there when it's busy, there can be a line going through there, but it's pretty much just walk through. But if it is backed up there, as you're walking down towards it, instead of going off to the right, you got to cut to the left, do a U-turn and go up the escalator, then do a U-turn again and go back towards the venue.
It's like one of those the cheat codes up, down, A, B, left, right.
Exactly. But then you enter on the second floor where there's like 3 people and they're super chill and they just wave you through every time.
No way.
Yeah, go through on the second floor, and it's
how did you even discover that?
I don't know.
You do have a
I
knack
was
for
at CES a few years ago, and like this old guy was like, "Let me tell you this."
This way. Come here, young man.
Yeah. I
Have an
don't.
adventure like you once.
I don't know where I learned that. I don't remember exactly. I know.
That's crazy. Yeah.
I must have been like with someone else, probably a vendor.
Okay.
Who as an exhibitor, you know.
Yeah.
And they were probably like, "Come this way, don't go that way."
Right.
You get stuck in a line or whatever. So.
Damn, dude. Well, I guess that trick doesn't work anymore now that you told the whole world.
I mean, hopefully, if you drill down, the people watching the podcast, people among that group who also go to CES.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We should be all right.
I'll see. I'll see if next year there's just a line there. Damn it. Shouldn't have told people about this.
Everyone turns around and says, "Thanks for the tip, Paul." At the same time, in unison.
It's all my fault. It's like the security guard there, like glaring at me. It's just an easy job. Just love being the second floor.
I used to have a family. Oh man, yeah, dude. The CES struggle is real. There's certain, there's always like issues that pop up that are like unique to that particular year, and then there's just like certain things that you just deal with like that are consistent.
Yeah.
Like you were saying, like the hotel chairs are terrible.
Hotel chairs are
If you're
almost
editing for hours on end, it's like my back is hurting, dude.
even in the nicer hotels, it doesn't seem like they want to provide you with like a decent ergonomic setups. I mean, armrests. None of them have armrests.
That one kind of does, but it's just like the back support is trash.
Oh yeah.
There's just no back support, no headrest.
There's different chairs on the Venetian side versus the Palazzo side.
Oh really?
Yeah. Slightly different.
They got to differentiate it somehow. Venetian's cool, dude. Honestly though, I would love to do this again. Like,
Wow!
Computex,
That's a
but how the
fucking
hell would
round
you
round, and I
do this
fucking
in
won
a
it,
Taiwanese
bitch.
hotel room. Like they're so small.
Well,
I would have to get like a baller ass suite. I'd probably have to get like an entire floor.
I'd say you have two options. One would be Hyatt.
Yeah.
And again, I don't want to give too much insider info that suddenly spoils it for anything, but this comes from Steve from Gamers Nexus, which is that if you're going to Computex and you want to stay at the Hyatt, which is one of the nicer hotels in that area in Taipei, if you book super early, like in November, he said it's basically the same price that we were paying to go to Sparkle.
Damn.
Yeah, you just got to book it really
That's
early.
nuts.
And I was very close to doing that. I actually had booked, like back in November, I was like way on top of things, booking Computex.